disturbance in Linden.
Yes.
Where the police they're under the instructions of persons authority open fire and kill innocent people protesting. They had to put the water cannon on a low bed to transport it to spray water and the people was thankful because of the heat. It cool them down and spray water gently.
Call your name. Hello. Hello.
Good day, Mr. Sharma.
Yeah, good day. Yes.
And the team.
Yes.
This thing about this marijuana story.
Yes.
All we know for small is a thief called Nesmith, right?
Yes.
That it start with marijuana, cigarette, smoking, backwards, congo pump, and graduate to marijuana, cocaine, and all that other things.
Yes.
You got to stop this in the bud. And the mom, with agriculture, later, how much agriculture he studied in school. All of you engage the mouth, accelerate the mouth before they engage the brains. Good day.
Call on here, please.
Good afternoon, Shama.
Good afternoon.
Shama, I'm Dr. Mary.
Yes.
Over the last 4 or 5 months, the cocoa the milk there, this cocoa leaking water, and it's flooding.
Which cocoa?
Which cocoa?
At Alliance Road there. That cocoa flowed into the Demerara River.
Where?
Alliance.
Out into the Demerara River.
Okay.
Which cocoa?
Alliance Road.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
That's West.
Now, when the tide rise, in the water coming from
Which alliance? Where's that?
With the two alliances, which one are you talking about?
The drain of ground.
Which alliance are you talking about?
And that water will off into my farm.
Which alliance? This Esquimalt Alliance?
No. He's speaking with East Bank.
Give me
Huh?
Give me a alliance.
By
No,
Timeri.
caller, here. What you could do is make contact with my office on Monday, and let me see what I could do. Give me the report. You haven't flooding, you say? It is a possible breach that the cocoa could collapse. If it's serious, they're going to look at...
It could collapse.
All right.
The water comes from underneath.
Okay, caller, here. Make contact with my office.
Run there before it collapse.
Make contact with my office on Monday
What time, Mr. Sharma? Morning or afternoon?
by 9 o'clock.
Good.
Okay?
You're
All
going
right,
to
good.
visit. You're going to visit, please. I'm going to visit.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, if callers,
Yeah.
those are viewing the program, those are listening to the program, have issues that are critical, this is the opportunity to bring it to a minister's attention.
Yeah, that's right.
Any minister, if you see a minister anywhere,
Hello?
regardless of whatever his portfolio,
I'll come to you.
you bring
Just
it
let me
to a minister's attention if it's critical.
Hello? Yeah, Mr. Green.
I'll share time with you when you go to business.
Okay. Yeah. Call on here, please. Go ahead. Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Sharma.
Yeah.
I would like to ask the Honourable Minister
Yeah.
if he can go to Cabinet and ask the government to set up a commission of inquiry, which they like to do, and look into industrial hemp. Secondly, to Mr. Hamilton Green, Mr. Rusty Jackson is still alive. Guyana in 1971 signed on to United Nations narcotic bill removing industrial hemp as a narcotic. When they came back to Guyana, it was not removed from our laws, although they did some amendments to it. Why it is, because Mr. Bond is dead now, that our new government, some of them may be sleeping, should look into industrial hemp to bring back the left back communities like Buxton, Mucko, Enterprise, and so on, so people can get money in their pocket.
Yeah.
Look at what is hemp. Go on the internet and see what we have them do. Because they kill candles, crops, they can only plant 2, and we can plant 10. That is what is keeping us back.
Okay.
We are an independent nation, and we need to put money in our people's pocket. Hemp will do so much for Guyana.
Okay.
You don't have to open a jail, because the jail alone could plant the whole of Mazaluni with hemp.
Okay.
Hemp is not a narcotic.
Okay.
And I'm asking the Honourable Minister to ensure when he goes to Cabinet on Tuesday, to let the Cabinet set up even the subcommittee of Cabinet, even the Commission of Inquiry, and look at what is hemp. Give permission to have a 100-acre trial, which could be conducted by NARI and could be checked by KANU, police, or who. Because I'm saying industrial hemp is not a narcotic. And if you plant industrial hemp here and you plant marijuana at the public building, marijuana would not claim.
Some
Don't check on claim.
some blood get cigarette, some blood go. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I like this program. I
Yeah.
like you have Mr. Hamlin Green, who a man I know
Yeah.
loves this country. He's put his life to this country since a young boy at Chancellor Harvard.
Okay.
And I think it is time
Yeah.
that both old I'm a young farmer who loves this country
Yeah.
come forward and let this government know this is the answer. This
Okay.
is the answer. Don't even wait till 2020.
Okay.
I might never come. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, well, look, I'm not a cabinet minister, but in the absence of the Minister of Finance, I perform the function of the Minister of Finance. At presently, I'm performing the function of the Minister of Finance, so I will be attending cabinet. I don't know if Minister Jordan will be back on Tuesday, but if he's not back, I will have to attend cabinet, and I will raise that. But, you know, if we could have had this discussion earlier, and, you know, you have a terms of reference for CY, you don't say you want a CY, what you want the CY to accomplish. And so if the caller is listening to me, I think I may know who's the caller. If I sound familiar, I don't know if he's one the founder of this hemp or one the advisor about the industrial hemp. Maybe you want to present something to me early Monday morning about a terms of
I
reference.
think Mr. Green know about the person. Yeah.
I'm not expert here, but I think Jaipal is taking the right route.
Okay.
Let's get more information and pursue it.
Okay.
But our work was done, you know.
Call you here. Hello. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello. Yeah, Jaipal.
You know, the callers are making very important points, and every single comment and suggestions are very important. And this is the reason we have such program, and the compliments of yourself, of course, and our political party, the Just for All Party, and it's basically the voice of the people. So I will take your suggestion.
Okay.
I can't say or guarantee that when I do make that suggestion at the cabinet, that it will be considered.
Mr. Green, go in, you never go in. The place you talk about, the cocoa. The cocoa.
I said, when you going to come with you?
Okay,
You have to call me.
yeah, so thank you for that. Hello, call you here. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes.
I've called in more than once.
Yes.
I said that I don't think this program is really solving the purpose of representing
Yes.
the APL.
Yes.
Now that we have the minister there,
Yes.
we are having some representation.
Yes.
Mr. Hamilton Green also represents.
Yes.
But we got some callers calling in.
Yes.
I was trying to get through from the time this
Other not bright, other not bright.
and we
Some
had
got some
callers
dance.
calling in, one
Yeah.
calling 4 times.
Yes.
And he was saying that the ministers is jokers. And we accept that. We shouldn't be accepting that. He was saying that our finance ministers are jokers.
Yeah.
We should not be accepting that. Which finance minister has the problem now, of solving the problem at Inland Revenue? Is that the same finance minister we have now?
Yes.
Which
That's true.
finance minister got the problem of solving the problem at NIS? Which finance minister got the problem of solving the problems in the sugar industry? It's the same finance minister he's calling a joker. All the problems the PPP left, this government have the problem of solving. And solving nothing easy. So we have to represent our ministers and give them kudos for the job they're doing.
Okay.
Because we see in the newsprint all the time
Yeah.
the problems that the PPP left.
Yeah.
And no government and no reason. They got a job that's calling here. He calling 5 times a day.
Okay.
And all he does, this bad talk, this go. But who has the problem of solving all these problems with the PPP left? It's the same ministers he calling jokers.
Yeah.
And they are doing a damn good job, as the minister said just now.
Okay.
Go to certain parts of this country and see what's going on. See the improvement. I done right in Roxanne and I see the improvement.
Okay.
Right? So I'm saying the program has to represent the APL.
Okay.
Because we got people using the program for political mileage,
Yes.
and we accepting it.
Okay.
Cut them off. We calling 4 times, calling the ministers jokers.
Yeah.
Cut them off.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, the
Yeah.
call, look, it's voice of the people, the program. We
Yeah.
don't determine
That's
who calls
right,
in.
yeah.
Not like when CN gave the PVPC a free program,
Yeah.
and Gail Teixeira or whoever's from the PVP sits in this program they ensure that their people call into this program.
That's right, that's
they
right.
organize the callers
Yeah,
with the question.
yeah.
We don't do that. We get the open line.
Yes, open
and
line.
of course, the caller is right. That same opposition will take the opportunity to call and ridicule ministers and members of the panel themselves. But I want to take up on this caller. This caller apparently he forgotten that there was an article in Kaitra newspaper which said they replicate a report from I think was the IDB or one of those international bodies that suggested that the ministers of Guyana is one of the less trusted ministers in this hemisphere, right? Now, this thing went, I picking up the paper and reading it myself. I say, what? I started this? People don't trust me? And then my friend Christopher Ram had a program, and on his program, he was speaking about the issues with the teacher strike. And then the panel was Lincoln Lewis, who was my friend too. And Lincoln Lewis actually draw attention to that article, say ministers in Guyana, or government ministers in Guyana, is the least trusted in this hemisphere. My friend Christopher Ram did not pick up on him and say, yes, I agree, I disagree. Guess what? The next day, Kaitra News retracted the statement, and guess what? The ministers of Guyana, the government of Guyana, is one of the most trusted ministers. It was the reverse, right? So I don't know if Kaitra News put it out there to show how people will read and they will just go selling it first-hand, as first-hand information, and never interrogate it or say, I'm going to check the actual report. But when Kaitra News recheck the report, they retract the statement, and our government ministers are one of the most trusted in this hemisphere.
Calling on here. Hello?
Mr. Sharma.
Yes.
Mr. Taipal Sharma, how are you, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Taipal Sharma,
Yes.
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Hamilton Green, good afternoon. I agree that we have serious problems left behind by the previous administration, but equally there are opportunities that present itself before us. Do not underestimate the intelligence of the Guyanese people. Don't do that. Secondly, there are certain things which I consider ordinary citizens on a platter. If Hobbs Barnum had the opportunity of looking 20 years down the road and having $100 billion, you would have seen a different Guyana. You have, secondly, historically speaking, I grew up with Boxhorn, with Burial Society. Every black village, and I don't mean to be racial because I'm not interested in that. Every black village in this country was bought by their own. They took money in wheelbarrows. You have to have now the confidence that people could rise up to the challenge before them. Every home in this country has relatives that are qualified. Your son is a doctor. That Mr. Jaipal Sharma is qualified as an accountant. He is the junior minister of finance. And so is his children. Every single home. This country has two countries. One, which is 83,000 square miles, and the other is in Region 11. Why is it that we are unwilling to give the opportunity to our people to invest in themselves? I am saying create an extraordinary organization, sell bonds, and give us the opportunity to see if we will invest in ourselves. I am also saying you will find that amongst us, highly qualified people in every phase of national life. But if central government lack, and people around them lack the innovation, we have the funds, we have the potential, have the confidence in your people. Thank you very much.
I recognize the caller voice, and as an individual, as senior citizen, I think he's about over 70, 73.
Hello?
And he
Yes,
would
yes.
visit my office,
Yeah.
and
Oh, just hold on, please.
and we will have some chats. And you know, he's a very wise person.
Yeah.
That's what I could say.
Colony.
And,
Yes,
some of these
okay.
things we are taking into consideration. But a man of his age, he doesn't have time, and you want to see these things implemented. As I said, I couldn't guarantee him such implementation. As he mentioned, LFS Bornham, if he had this money in his hands, what he would do with it. And as I indicate, the complexity of a coalition government and having consensus on matters.
Okay.
and he raised the issue of bonds, which I support, right? So, and I indicated to him then in Japan it was tried, but apparently it wasn't successful. So it has to also be balanced. But I continue to listen to him, and he's a very wise man.
Colony, hello.
Yes, Mr. Sharma.
Yes.
Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you,
Yeah,
son.
yeah.
And I'm so happy to see Mr. Hamilton Green. Good
Yes.
afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Sharma calling to let you know that you're feeling the nice and beautiful atmosphere in this country.
Yes.
The beautiful way you walk, you see the cleanness, you're just feeling this beauty in Guyana right now.
Okay.
Anyway, what call about more important is the NIS.
Okay.
I don't know what Mr. Jack, they're talking about NIS when he nearly make NIS go down in the big sea. You better be careful. You better be careful. I don't know why they take so long. Junior Sharma, don't know why they take so long to take over that bridge. The bridge belongs to us. Take that bridge over. Cost it whatever it will. Let our money go back to the NIS. Let Mr. Jack, they must know that he had the time and he got no more time to get.
Okay.
No more time.
Okay.
One more thing is that the apples them in the market. People, Guyanese people, don't buy the apple in the market. The apples are no good in the market. I don't know about the supermarket, but the ones that selling on the road, none of them is not good.
Okay.
The seller, the people them who they're buying it from, only the apple get a good cleanness outside, but they're not good.
That's right.
When you cut it and go inside,
It's the
no
black
apple is
inside,
good
yeah.
right now.
That's right.
The-
I observed that.
people
Yeah.
who bringing it in, I don't know who, if it's Bish or whoever, they just want to get it sell off, and that is it. And consumer is taking it, and they're not saying anything. Many days, people buying apple. Look here, today I buy 4. When I come home, no apple ain't good. When you bust it, the big apple, no good. Yesterday, I buy some more to see if they go good. Can buy, say, yes, this good. When you're done, it still ain't good. And it is so wrong for treat Guyanese like this. We don't want no important thing. We got plenty. We got we nice papaya. We got we sour sapsilla. We got we sour stuff. We got all the love fruits that some country ain't got.
Yes.
And we got it here.
Yes.
So we don't want no import. We don't want apple. We got plenty mango.
Okay.
What better than the apple right now?
Yes.
So we don't want none. But
Okay.
Mr. Sharma, I thank God for Mr. Granger. Let Mr. Granger get good strength, good health, and good everything over his life. Let God be with him all the days of his life, he and his ministers. And right now we're talking about the finance minister. The finance minister does so much a dirty work for you. So much a dirty work for the Jagdale. Because Jagdale couldn't even write one statement or nothing at all. So he should be shamed. I know that they got, he better go to chemical kind of wants him to buy a pack of rat pipes and keep it.
Okay.
Hey, it's time we get out to Guyana.
Okay.
Guyana don't want it.
Oh, thank you very much. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. All right, good. Thank you very much.
Because the thing is this,
Okay.
Guyanese people must understand and must see reality.
Okay.
I was so pleased when I walked through the road by Continental. 23 years they never fixed the road. And the road is look how Guyana looking so beautiful. Guyana is feeling this beautiful atmosphere in
Okay.
Guyana.
Thank you very much.
That
Thank you
we
very
gotta
much.
be
Yes.
proud.
Yes.
Mr. Sharma, thank you for your son.
Yes.
Thank you for your son that God must keep on blessing
Yes.
him.
Yes.
For help keeping Guyana going.
Yes.
And the people, especially in the interior,
Okay.
must open their eyes to see
Yes.
what's going on. Don't want to watch nobody now, because this is time for God's time
Okay.
for Guyana.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much. But the apples, them got to come out of the market. The apple them no good. Chinese must know.
Which
the
market?
apple them
Which
no
one?
Thank you for the
good.
conversation. Association.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
No,
yes, thank you.
no, I don't know which market, but
But
no.
all the market go
These,
bad apple.
these, no, these issues are important. If you
Because
if
you
you are not
consumer.
getting value for
Yeah,
money,
yeah.
and you're getting spoiled products, you need to report it. That's important. I can't go and say
Yeah,
I'm not going to I can't go and say I'm going to go and say I'm going to put a check on all apples. So
Yeah.
let me know where it's from.
Keep his mouth shut. I don't know why he don't keep his mouth shut. Nobody don't want to hear about him. He cannot speak on behalf of the country. He got to speak on behalf of himself.
Ooh.
He cannot speak.
Who is that? Who is that?
A man calling. He alone must be called about 10 times on your program already.
Okay.
I don't know why you don't go bury him.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But I like to make
Yes.
a fundamental point
Yes,
about
yes.
apples.
Yes.
I speak for myself and my family. We don't use apples
Okay.
because we took a position years ago. We only use locally grown fruits.
Okay.
I'll share with you an anecdote which took place years ago after we had banned these things.
Yes.
I took my two daughters up, Aisha and the daughter, to see their grandfather,
Yeah.
who was ill in New York.
Yeah.
The aunt, knowing that they don't get apples and grapes,
Yeah.
brought them a tray with these fruits
Yeah.
and gave it to them. The last girl bit the apple. I know what she said?
Yeah.
Do you have any sapodillas? She was not brainwashed,
Yeah.
as some of us are, or some of us were,
Okay.
about imported apples. And she knew she was being judgmental,
Yeah.
that a sapodilla, a nice mango, is superior
That's right.
to an
That's
apple.
right. Yes.
So why I see apples on the markets, I don't understand it. For me, it's a personal
Yeah.
phenomenon. I don't use it at all.
Okay.
When I go to the fruit stand, they know I only use local fruits. And it's something, if I had my own way, we
Ban
just
the apple.
ban apples.
Yes.
Grow more sapodillas.
No, apple's nothing special
Grow more
about
bananas.
nothing special about apple.
No.
Okay, maybe it's from foreign. It maybe have a different taste and texture, but it still have the vitamin C and the other vitamins and minerals that any one of our local fruits have. And I have a problem with apples. The only problem with apples is that people should be aware about using apples with the skin, because to preserve the apple,
Spray.
they would have to spray them and wax them, and that could be maybe
Harmful.
cancerous. Okay, so you have to look at those things. But it's a fruit like any other fruit, and use local, use your own. If you should visit my home, you're going to see I have fruit trees throughout the yard, and I will basically utilize my fruits.
I rigged guavas for my yard yesterday.
You have
And mangoes.
I
for
have
my
very
yard.
large guavas like this.
Yes. Call it. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you're there, please.
Dear?
Yes.
Oh, I was receiving LIS for 17
Yes.
years,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
For the last 2 years, we were able to Citizen Bank.
What?
Last year, October,
Yeah.
I was supposed to do my surgery.
Yes.
I didn't get to do the surgery because I didn't get no October pension till November. Now this year, October is the same thing. I have to wait over 10 years, 10 months before I get the surgery done in August. Now this year, October is the same thing. I got from the pension, the bank is still in the up to now.
Okay.
Last year, October, this year, October, the same thing. The
You have
NIS
permanent
said they
position
gotta
with the
be
pensioners
correct.
now.
No,
Come on.
it's a pension you have to collect at Ministry of
yeah,
Finance.
yes.
But
Finance, that's right.
It's finance,
the
what?
NIS goes through.
oh, the NIS. Okay,
Citizen
okay,
Bank.
okay. And
Last
you
year,
submitted
this year,
you submitted your life certificate.
Yes, I did.
I don't know if you submitted early enough, but
How,
if
how
you
old are you?
Yeah.
78.
if you want me to look into it, just give me a call or visit the office, and I'm going to find out exactly what happened. Okay?
You want to come tomorrow on Monday morning?
Yes.
And
you
you
could-
told somebody to come at 9 o'clock Monday
Yes,
morning.
yes, no problem. No problem.
You know, I been calling this number before you come in there, you know. So I hear when the Prime Minister tell you about your fancy short and all.
Oh, okay, okay. All
Yes,
right.
now it's Monday morning, I want to check you.
About the same time, 9, I'm going to see people around that time.
But
Yes.
but is NIS giving health benefits to 78-year-old. Because
No, it's his pension. It's his pension.
His
His
pension?
pension payment, yes.
Oh, I thought it was health
It's paid
benefits.
into the bank.
Yes.
Yes.
Last year, Sergeant, this year, October.
Why the bank not getting your money?
No, when you visit my office, I'm going to
Yeah, you
investigate
talk to
why a payment went late into your bank, okay? Account.
Call it. Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon, Mr.
Good afternoon. Yes.
And the panel.
Yes.
Now, I noticed there is something new happening on the roads of Guyana.
Like when you.
Whenever there's a vehicle accident, car, motorcycle, or trucks or what I find is the party who wrong don't acknowledge they either ride away or drive away.
Okay.
Sometimes when you get the license plate number and you take it to the station, there is no such vehicle register with the TRA.
They're serious
And
matter.
I would like to say this is being happening regular. People who make accidents on the road, whether it's a major or a minor, and they know that they're wrong, they just drive away or ride away.
Okay.
I'm asking that if the police can really look into these things right now, and it is happening regular on the roads right now,
Okay.
and this is not fair to people.
We're going to try to put his attention to that.
No.
Well, if that is so, I believe that with computers now,
Yeah.
if a policeman stops a man on the road, he should be able, once his working hours, to check with the license office within minutes to see
For
where's
the,
a
for
false
the week,
plate.
I saw this twice. Up to last night, I saw it.
McCullough, you know, you
But the police should impound that vehicle.
no, the police they're not aware about it. Okay, Carl, thank you.
Yes, I know they are not aware, but if they can look into this,
Yes,
it's
yes,
happening
yes.
regular.
No, but you raised something very important that you didn't realize what you raised. And what you actually mentioned about is that the vehicles that are involved in hit and run, major or minor accident, and they are removing themselves from the scene of the accident. You said
Yeah.
to me that in one case when you check, there was no record because why you think they're getting away? They have a non-existent number or it's illegal.
False plates.
False plates, right? So that is something we have to do in terms of the police checking every single vehicle registration and ensure that they match. And so, you know, one of the things that we was toying with is to bring in and utilize plates, the license number plates that you could recognize using a scanner.
Yeah.
And so you don't need just the registration, but you scan the plate and ensure that, look, this is the authentic plate, it matches the information in the registration that you're looking at.
Okay.
So these are some of the things we are looking at. And, you know, the former Prime Minister mentioned technology. And we're looking at also setting up in police vehicles, the cars, computer that is linked to a mainframe, that if a police should pull you in, like in the United States of America and other countries, that they punch in your name or your vehicle registration information, and they will get the report. The report could probably say you're a wanted person, or you have so many parking tickets, or so many violations, and they could arrest you on the spot. So we are looking at a smart city where we have cameras positioned, and so when we have cameras positioned throughout the city, and many other populated areas in Guyana, the police could use that information when a person will drive away from a scene of an accident, and also to track that vehicle down. So we could solve that problem. But you raised something very interesting. So anytime you've seen somebody getting away from a scene of an accident, that person probably have a vehicle that's illegally registered and not registered, right? So it may be breaching so many things. It could be involved in crime. It could be involved in, on custom goods or vehicle not being registered by the license office and things like that. So many things you raised there.
Mr. Green, what do you want the music box in the city? Look at some of the music box. And no police not doing nothing about it. City council not doing nothing about
I
it.
don't know why this
What
is.
loud there? Loud music.
I heard it when I was coming in.
Yes.
But
I can't see tonight.
a campaign was started some years ago.
Yeah.
But
Yes, I'm campaign.
I don't
You're
know.
not campaign anymore.
I don't know what's happening. It's a
But
little.
it's disgusting. Very disgusting.
It's unacceptable.
Yes. Look, in the day and night, six,
When I was
7
coming, I-
going at my
and,
house.
and then they have these boxes.
Yes, music box, yes.
And they don't control the volume.
Yeah, they don't control value. You got it lot open. What do you can do with that?
We become a
Well,
lawless society.
Lawlessness.
the Ministry of the ministry that responsible and the Guyana Police Force, they will be looking to bring in some of these meters that will read the level of the noise, the decibel meters, and so yourself
Yeah.
having this issue
Yeah.
with these mobile carts, music carts. And even
Look at
people,
what
and
he
even
did
people
next.
in the community that may complain to the police that the neighbor playing loud music or have a party. The police now could walk with the meter, and they will have now, the evidence to show that the level of noise was above what is authorized.
I got enough evidence right here.
I know, but but if you go before a magistrate, the
Yes.
magistrate is not hearing what
Yes,
you're hearing. So here is like a
I'm
breathalyzer.
walk with a tape.
Like the breathalyzer test, you have now a report to carry to the court.
Okay. Call it, hello. We got about 20 minutes more to go. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes.
Yeah. The complaint, people complaining, but it's good.
Can you speak loud? I can't hear you.
Yeah. With good and
More loud, please.
Huh?
Speak up.
I said people complaining, but minister good and minister bad. Now, they don't realize that a minister, whether he qualified or not, is because of the party they're in, them getting the job. Jaipal is a good minister. Now, Basil William was never recognized as a good liar years ago.
Okay, we
Because
have
he's
enough
a
of,
PNC.
of
Okay,
that,
all right, character.
right?
Good.
Okay.
Not going to get a job.
Okay.
We have enough of
Yeah,
attack
yeah.
against our honorable
Yes,
Minister of Legal Affairs
Legal
and Attorney
Affairs.
General.
I have spoken to several persons
Yes, yes.
where Basil Williams
Yeah.
has done work for them pro bono
Okay,
without charging them a cent.
that's right.
And this is, I believe, one of the matters that came to the president's attention when he was appointed. It may not be a significant factor, but in public life, one has to take account of one's compassion.
Okay.
And I don't know many lawyers who sacrifice their time, whatever may be Basil Williams' flaws and faults, to helping people.
Okay.
During the Rodney inquiry,
Okay.
when a lot of attorneys, sidestep, he spent all of his time.
Okay.
Nobody paid him a cent
Yes.
to defend the party's position.
Okay.
We must not ignore these things that people do. And sometimes you have to put things in the mix
Okay.
to come